Hello and welcome to Reno Radio. My name is Naomi Findlay and I am Australia's rapid renovation expert. And each week I will be bringing you valuable tips, information and amazing stories from around the world about renovation. Helping people create wealth through renovating is my passion, as well as creating healthy, wealthy and beautiful spaces to live in and to share. Thanks for spending time with me today. Now let the show begin. So those of you who don't know me, my name's Naomi Findlay and I love working with people creating beautiful, healthy and wealthy spaces. So I work with people leveraging the way they present their space, work in their space, live in their space to increase their productivity, increase their creativity and increase their focus. So as I said, I just got back from camping 7 days away at my parents' farm with good friends and altogether 7 children, 4 of which are mine. Came home today, rain's coming in, and started the cleanup and the wash and, getting through all the dirt and the grump from when we went camping. And I sat down at my office at home to do a little bit of work. And I realised when I was stopped dead in my tracks and was literally unable to focus on my inbox, let alone a creative piece to write for everybody, I realised that I was slapped in the face by the impact of clutter. So there's some great evidence around, and it's not new evidence at all, about the impact of visual clutter on our mental health. So about the fact that it can cause brain fog, the fact that it can lead to procrastination, the fact that it can lead to great distraction when you're in your working environment or any other environment, and the fact that it means that you can be very readily taken away from what it is that you are wanting to focus on or wanting to achieve. So today I want to talk to you guys about the commitment of controlling clutter, or commitment to controlling clutter. So it is part of our everyday life. As I said, I have 4 kids, and clutter is a word that is in my vocabulary, and clutter is a thing that is in my house and my home and my workplace every single day. So whether it's school notes that are coming home that end up into my home office, whether it's bills or junk mail that ends up in my work office, whether it's forms that are piling up that are important but are clutter. And that actually brings up a really important point, actually, guys, that just because something is clutter, it doesn't mean that it's not important. So I often call to our admin staff at work and say, what's all this clutter on my desk? And I will get the response that it's all those forms that you need to be signing, Naomi, and getting back to us for your staff. So that's an important point to bring up, that just because something's clutter, it doesn't mean it's not important. So much of the stuff that comes into our life on an everyday basis, it is important, but it also can become clutter if we don't deal with it right. And so we're in this kind of, pull, this tension constantly in our environments, that a lot of the time we need these things around us. We need to complete the paperwork. We need to pay the bills. We need to have groceries in the house. We need to do all these sorts of things, but sometimes if they're not managed well, they can be clutter. So I want to give you guys a couple of strategies that I use to make sure that whenever I get time and whenever I put time into sitting down at my desk, wherever it is, whether it's a desk that I have made up so that I can find my space medicine, my home office or my work office, I make sure every single day that I employ a couple of strategies that will set me up for success, to keep focused, to keep efficient, and to keep on top of all those things that we need to be doing. Because let's face it, even when we love our jobs, even when we get to be in a truly entrepreneurial creative space, you still want to make sure that the time you're working and loving is efficient, creative and productive. So step number 1 is, before I sit down and do any work whatsoever, I will spend 120 seconds, so 2 minutes. I have it set on my phone. I will spend 2 minutes making sure the space I'm about to sit down is free from any great amount of clutter. So that's my first strategy, and I do that every single day. So it's only 2 minutes out of your day, 120 seconds, and it makes the biggest difference. My next strategy, which I use, is actually just before pack up. So whether it's packing up before I head to bed if I'm doing a late shift, or whether it's pack up before I leave the office, or wherever it may be, I actually spend 5. So I set the timer and I spend 5 focused minutes on a higher level of decluttering or organizing. So in that 5 minutes, you'll be absolutely gobsmacked at what you can achieve. And I'm actually going to bring you a pile more tips, cues and strategies on managing clutter, remaining organized, and hence being in a healthy, wealthy and beautiful space over the next coming weeks. But for today, the main thing I want to leave you with is tonight or tomorrow morning or on Tuesday or Monday, when you sit down at your desk, I want you to put on the timer and spend 120 seconds, so 2 minutes, just creating a less cluttered and more creative space for you to thrive and grow in. All right, that's it for me today, guys. That's my Friday tip. Please make sure you head on over to naomifindlay.com if you want to see any more about space medicine, creating amazing, wealthy, healthy, and beautiful spaces. We also have our free video series, if you haven't already seen that, on creating beautiful spaces with space medicine. So head to naomifindlay.com/space medicine series for that one. Thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you next week.